dangerous. Get dangerous. Shameless. Basic. Shameless. Get dangerous. That's my.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me ballin'. Get my range up. Look at me ballin'. Not be famous.
Good morning. Good morning. What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. All right, let's get this cranking, guys. Let's take a look, see what's happening here. Let's pull up the daily chart. Simple, clean daily chart. What have we got here on the daily chart? We have this very nice balance here up above. We have an attempt here from yesterday. FOMC event happened. Unable to get a reclaim. They ended up selling off pretty aggressively, but look at tonight, overnight, like literally no sweep of the low, immediately beginning to push up here. So it looks like we're going to have an inside possible day today. We'll see if they actually do get bullish enough to get above prior day high, 177s. Maybe that's what they're going to do. But right now we're looking at, this is our daily range. So 28,177s, 27,162. Let's go to our 4-hour chart. Here's our weekly open at 504. Our expected move high is 27,720. So we'll be opening above that. And then our expected low will be 26,798. So we're just going to see as we come back and approach 28,000s. This has been obviously at a very important level for like the last 2 days. We'll probably take out the FOMC wick right here at the high, 28,099. So that might be where the draw is. So we'll see. But we can see on this current 6 a.m. 4-hour bar, we are engulfing, so we are trading above the prior 4-hour, which would have been what time would that be? 2 a.m. candle. All right, so looking to see now how we end up closing here. So probably at 10 o'clock we get the closure, and then we see if we get another pop up higher to take out that FOMC high. So possibly from 10 a.m. we get that move, or we get really aggressive here right at the open and it just has no problem driving right through the high. So let's take a look here. We have any big news today? 8:30 already triggered the news, nothing after that. I don't really trade 8:30. I don't really trade pre 9:30. Only I'll trade like Asia and London and stuff like that if I'm up and the market's good. But yeah, okay. So let's kind of drop down to a quick hour chart now, hourly chart, and let's just take a look at what's been going on. So we've got this nice hourly shift here internally, and we'll see if they do have enough juice to get up to that 28,099 level. So I guess that's kind of what we're going to watch here today. Overnight session. So we have a pretty decent sized range here for the overnight high to overnight low, about 2,700 ticks. So pretty big structure here forming, and we'll see if these guys are going to be able to get the job done to take out those highs. What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Quick updates here. We have added a new section in our dashboard called Market Intelligence. This goes live today, so you guys should be able to have it, and it's going to be pulling real-time gamma information into the dashboard. So as you know, the market can go and shift from positive to negative gamma throughout the session. So this is going to start plotting here once the market opens, and we're going to literally be able to start tracking all the real-time flows within the dashboard. And then we have our AI getting integrated here in the next couple days, and this is specifically built for futures traders. Right now it's for NQ, so we're taking all the options information and then pumping it through so we can make it executionable and actionable for futures traders, right? Futures traders. So let's take a look here really quick. This is going to show us kind of the levels where we had some of the, I guess it's like the dealer map. So we have the different levels where we know we have negative gamma, positive gamma, and what we can expect at different zones. This is also inside the dashboard. So as we approach 27,800, this is an acceleration zone. So we should see price be able to move quickly through this area. As we approach the 28,000 level, this is our transition zone. So acceptance above 28,200, then we would maybe see price, we should see overall stabilization of price. Okay, and if we get back under 27,450s, which about 300-400 points below where we're at right now, that's going to be kind of like that balance zone. So we'll see if we end up breaking through all that. And this is from overnight snapshot. So, obviously things can change, but the levels themselves are based on end of day. But we're going to be using that kind of as like the framework for the session, kind of like the lay of the land. But then we're going to be watching the real-time flows and see where those major GEX levels begin to start developing. You got your 100 ticks already. Yes, and then we're going to be integrating this into our info bar. You'll have a bar down below, and it's going to show us real time when we are shifting from positive and negative gamma, big levels, major positive, major negative, all that good stuff. So then that way you guys can obviously make sure you're making the right decisions. So we've got a lot of cool things here happening here the last next couple days. So definitely check it out if you're in the dashboard. I have mine up. I'll be watching it throughout the session, making sure everything works okay. But as of right now, I mean, we just got this hourly pump. It's been like, what, 6-7 hours straight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours straight of this expansion. So we'll see how far they take this thing, if they're going to take it back to the FOMC high. Otherwise, if they end up failing and create a lower high from here, and we start having some struggle above 875s, I mean, they're already doing an overhead press here. So what this looks like for me is they're going to end up breaking out, right, driving out, and then maybe we get a nice rotation back down. So we'll pay attention here to 9 a.m. open, but they are pressing here, right? They are pressing here right now. Wait, you already got 100 ticks pre-market. It was 100 points. I was like, damn, that was quick. Good job, Rajesh. Good job. All right. We got 3 minutes here before the market opens. Good luck, everybody. Good luck, everybody. Yesterday was quite wild, obviously, with FOMC. Huge trades yesterday. I mean, obviously, there was this, if you were in the Discord there, I did post some of the opportunities, some of the trades I took as well. But pretty insane to see some of the moves. All right, here. All righty. Are we good here? All right, got 2 minutes left here. Where's our GEX levels? Our nearest one. We don't really have when the next one's up at 8,000, so it looks like that's where they want to go. The big Renko is kind of showing us right now that we are just overextended from this move. We haven't had a rotation down, so I mean, as of right now, the pattern, the bullish pattern occurred. Second one, actually, the first one occurred down here. So this is where the move started on the bottom left. Technically, right here is where it started. That dot would have been the entry trigger. Rajesh, by the way, when it comes to entries, you want to enter before we break the B point, man. We talked about that, right? I know that you've been looking for those pullbacks, continuations, but the key is actually getting in as we break. So if you expect this to break, like right here's a perfect example, 1700 hours, we're back above, we get the dot, boom, getting it long. All right, 1 minute left, guys. That was the first one, and then we get the second one right here for continuation. So we've got back-to-back bullish structures forming here on the Renko. And we'll see now as we start approaching yesterday's New York Open. But that daily chart, we'll see if they're going to get back above prior day high at 177s, or if they're going to end up just staying inside. I think FOMC high was the high day. Was it? No, it was not, actually. It was not the high day yesterday. Yeah, we have an overnight high. So maybe that's where they're going to go. They'll probably take out the overnight high. And then we'll kind of see what they're going to do here. All right, let's keep it clean, guys. We don't want to get too fixated on any one idea. We understand what the levels are, but at the end of the day, we got to stay coachable to the chart, right? Real-time price action. Good luck, everybody. Some volume coming in here. Let's see. Nice reaction there. Got a bit of a delay, a little bit of a lag. 10 seconds is typical here. I'm not taking trades yet, gang. We're going to wait just a little bit. I don't know why my lag is going crazy. Yeah, my leg is going pretty crazy. Let's get rid of that daily chart. Okay, it was my daily chart that was creating that issue there, it looks like. All right, looks like we have our first little break here, but I got a little too much of a delay to enter on this right now, so we'll come back to this in a little bit. Let's just make sure everything's good here. All right. All right, we got our stuff back on track here. So we got a double break here. Johnny Cage here at the open. They took out the low. They took out the high first. They took out the low. That's pretty much expected behavior. Let's see if these guys are going to reclaim the opening price. They just pulled back to the VWAP. We're back at these highs now. Let's see if they're going to be able to punch through, if we're going to fail. I'm going to take a scalp short here. Where is my entry? I'm in short right now, scalp short. Let's see if these guys are going to hold up here. No, they're holding up. There's an offer here. Are they going to trade through that offer? Buyers coming in. They're going to probably break this high. Got a reclaim of the opening print. I'm still in it, short. Let's see if we get this nice little crack here. Just trying to take a little piece here, guys. Let's see if we can get a little piece. Watching my book map here. This is taking way too long to resolve. but I'm still in it. We're still getting some movement here. There's 50 ticks. Hopefully they don't sweep this low on the 1 minute. Watching 50s on the book map here. Reclaiming it. They're reclaiming again. They're 75. Watching this 50 level here. It feels like they really want to pump this thing up. I'm still in it short, holding. Let's just get our little 60 ticks and be done, huh? If we can get it, I don't know. There we go. All right, I'm taking that off since it's just so indecisive. Small little scalp there just to start the day. 50 ticks. 50 ticks. Okay. Very nice. Let's go. Let's see. So there's the actual break. There's the M pattern. I kind of wussied out there. I should have just stayed in, but it just felt like a little suspect. You know what I mean? Still kind of early. You know, they are building some positive GEX at the moment. Let's see. We are positive flows at the moment. Let me take a look at what's going on here. Yes. Okay. 141 million. You got 100 ticks there, buddy? Wow, you're killing it. So we're just waiting here for the first 5 minutes to kind of get cleared up here, what they're going to do. You look at that big rejection there. Good job there, Rajesh, getting another 100 ticks. We got a nice little break, pullback. Are they going to hold this here or are they going to trap again? Let's see if they're going to trap here. That could be continuation. Let's see. I'll try. Feels like they want to trap here. Let's see. I'm short. Stop should be above that high, but it feels like they're going to try to rip it. So let's see. Are they going to reclaim here? 42s. Yes, they are. There's the VWAP. There's the dot. Got to be careful here. All right, I'm out on that trade. Oh. Yeah, the hotkeys work perfectly, right? Yes, they do, my friend. There's the pop. Are they going to break out? I mean, they're still having a struggle here at the opening price at 930. So they just swept the lows. Let's see if they're going to squeeze through these highs now. It looks like they want to, but we're kind of positive gamma right now. So I feel very cautious trying to buy strength at the moment. There's the break. So let's see. I mean, that was kind of obvious what they were going to do that, but I was just trying to like stay coachable to this breakdown, thinking maybe, but obviously trend is bullish overall. So let's see if these guys are going to sustain this move. That hourly candle is looking pretty thick. We're trading at creating a new high here on this hourly. They are pumping. Let's see. So there's that strength of the buyers. Are they going to sustain this move? Here's the pullback. This is where they need to hold in order to succeed. Buyers need to hold this pullback. But it feels like they're dampening this move at the moment. There's the dot. There's the reclaim. Let's see if they're going to hold it here. There's the retest of the opening price. There's the VWAP. Are they going to hold this? It feels like they're going to fail here. But let's watch and see what happens. So, there's the pop. Watching this book map here. Are they going to hold this pullback here? Is this going to succeed? And then we get a higher high test. Yeah, looks like we're going to get it. I'm not going to be buying this right now. No, sir. Not at the moment. These boys are rejecting that 900 level pretty hard. You see that on the 1 minute chart? We also have our red lug level right there. Buyer's about to get trapped up there. There's the W pattern. There's the W. That would have been the short right there, gang. Let's see if we can still get it. I don't know. Let's see if they don't trap. Not the best entry there, but let's see. Got to use a little bit of bigger stop here because these guys are, obviously it's 100 ticks ATR at the moment, so we just need to kind of like give it some space. Let's see if we get that reversal bar back down. Otherwise, it's a reclaim and take this high out again. There's my M pattern. Let's see if we get that move through the low. We need to get a commitment to these sellers through these lows. I do like that we had the buyers up top that got aggressive. But if they break this lower high here, then I'm going to cut my trade. Yep, there it goes. Well, are they going to break out or what are they going to do here? Here's their chance. Okay, I'm out of that. That's the breakout. So I got trapped there again for a second time. Two losses right now. Just gotta wait for price to get out of this little mode that it's in. It's not strong, and it's not strong enough to break the 900 level yet. We're just rotating over and over again. There's the failure of the W right there. Seems like the buyers keep failing to get that breakout, right? So that's why you see me keep reattacking these shorts, because I keep seeing the buyers fail. But the sellers also have not really gotten that move. We have not gotten the breakdown yet, right? So if there's a freaking pullback there, come on now. These guys keep rejecting the opening price. Yeah. Are they going to take it out? Let's see. I'm short, so we'll see what happens here. A little bit of a delay. There's the 850 level. Very nice failed W pattern right there. But it's not enough. I need this thing to start closing underneath the level. Need to see 850 get close through. These buyers are pretty persistent under 850s. Wow, they just keep sweeping and sweeping. Still in it. Still in it. Let's pull up that 15-minute candle, bro. That thing is a doji, right? Yeah. It's so like wicky at these lows. Feels like they just want to squeeze the hell out of it. But we just haven't been able to break 900s. Let's see if they're going to do it now. I'm watching this 1 minute chart. Every time it goes up, they just slam it, right? So it's like the buyers just can't get that follow through yet. But this feels very sketch. So I'm just going to stay out of it because it just feels like I'm going to get, you know, squeezed here. It's let's not play with fire here. Even if it does fail, I'm just going to wait. There's that freaking breakdown again. Oh my goodness. I need to see this thing like get a closure through one of these support levels here. We've not been able to get any closure. You can just see here on the 1 minute, it's just every time they get under, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, wait for it. Just wait for 7,900 test. Where's the key level? We got zero gamma right above us. So let's see if they're going to be able to start breaking out of this range. Once they do, we should maybe start seeing some acceleration here. But let's not get cut up here inside this opening range. There it goes. There it goes. Are they going to finally be able to do it? This is actually prior day settlement at 922s. There's our move. Finally. Now, will they follow through here after this breakout? Are they going to continue to pump this up and then we get to our main level of 28,000s? So we've cleared 900s. He came out and then it goes, I know, that's annoying. That's the M right there. Well, this is the failed M right here. Boom, boom, boom. There's a dot, then you go, right? That was a pretty aggressive Johnny Cage here. They trapped the low, they trapped the high, they trapped the low. Trap the high. They did 4 times. Trap the low. They didn't trap the low this time, and then it just ripped right there. But it took forever. You know, if you're just like watching, they just couldn't get any closures underneath the opening print. So that was the clue. You know, so we were retesting the VWAP there, and they just couldn't get back under. Let's take a look here at our flows. Wow. There's the move. I would get really aggressive out here at these highs. That's good. 933s. Oh yeah. 627s. Distance. Yes. That's good to hear, Rajesh. Just takes time, bro. It just takes a little bit of practice. Just a little bit of practice there, right, buddy? Nine 11s. Yeah, okay. We're up 2% right now on the Nasdaq. Yep. Up 2% on the Nasdaq. Did we take out these highs yet? Not yet. We're approaching these highs. So let's watch what happens here. 28,000s. What are they going to do here? What are these boys going to do? They are busting through these levels at the moment. So we got some steady buying here happening. Price is just trending up higher. We're positive GEX right now. So where's our major positive? Is up above at 299s. So 299s would be our major positive. We'll see if they use that as a magnet for price. That would be crazy. What about the POC here on the QQQs? Right above at 680s. There's some offers coming in. There's the buyers. Let's see if these guys are going to be able to punch it up higher, or are they going to defend the 28,000 level? Are they going to defend the 28,000 level? It's got to wait. There's these buyers coming in again. Let's see, 0 gamma 299s. Okay, that's not bad. So you guys can easily see here that from the open, it's just been straight positive flows, right? Positive GEX, dealer flow momentum is rising. Last 5-minute change has increased by 112%. So we are seeing the actual flows real time. And of course, when it changes, you're going to know it changes too. There's going to be alerts and all that good stuff. So then that way you can be fully aware of what's happening and when it happens. So we're testing our 28,050 level. Let's see, you see these buyers coming in at the highs. The buyers are absolutely decimating the sellers at the moment. So we are above our opening range high now. So we are bullish in terms of the opening range. We are above it and we are expanding above it. On the NQ, we're beginning to see some large offers appear. Let's take a look at that on the book map. We got 500 contracts overhead. Let's see if the buyers are going to be able to trade through that. Let's see if these guys have an appetite to consume these offers at these higher prices. We got this large size here, so we'll see what happens. We just got to wait. We're pulling back. Maybe we get some opportunities to get long. If we can stay firm above 28,000s. Like not get long here because it's just been, I don't like buying when we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 candles in a row up on the 1 minute. Oof. They just took those offers out. Yes, they sure did. They filled them. Well, that's what we want to see. We want to see that aggression. We want to see the appetite. We want to see a lot of buyers buying into these key levels here. Because eventually all these buyers will be exhausted, right? If they're not able to sell, unless it's like a special kind of day, you know, and they just have a never-ending appetite. But eventually what happens is these buyers that are aggressively consuming these large offers run out of gas. And when they run out of gas, that's where we want to be so we can catch the other side when they get trapped. So step 1 is level, step 2 is the order flow. So we've got a lot of aggression here. We like that, but it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet, right? The timing, we need the timing component next. Because obviously this 30-minute candle is pretty big. This hourly candle, it's like we don't want to trade against this big hourly candle, right? Like, no, we don't want to do that. So we need to wait. Like, we got to wait. They're getting under the 28,100 level. So right now, these buyers, we had a strong move into this area here. So this is kind of like step 1. We want to see strength into a level with large buyers. We know that there was like 500 contracts consumed there at the high. So buyers took out that offer. And now we're seeing a pretty big reaction from 28,125. So step 1, yeah, step 1 would be key level. So our key level in this instance would be that FOMC high. That high would be 28,099. So we did take that out. And now we're seeing some reaction. So we don't just trade the first reaction. We don't just trade that, you know, little drop there. We're going to wait. If anything, you could potentially catch a pullback for a continuation, but we'll see what happens here. Or maybe not even a continuation, just a retest of that high. This is where we would watch for the book map to see if they do support price here. Maybe catch continuation play to these highs. Let's see. There's 75. There's our little dot. Let's see if we can get a little scalp back to these highs here. Can we get a scalp back to these highs here? I'm going to try. Let's see. Watch that book map. Can it get back above the 100 level? These buyers that bought all here, we need to see price get back through these highs. Otherwise, these boys might get trapped. And I definitely don't want to sit through a trap. Let's watch that book map here. Watching the Renko chart here to see if we get that pop through 100s. It'll be a quick cut if we don't. There's 50 ticks. Can we get through 100s? There's 80 ticks. Stops at break even. Can we get through these highs? And maybe get to yesterday's high. Maybe that's where they want to go. But I don't want to get greedy here. Let's give it some space. Let's see if these boys are going to be able to stay above 100s. Come on now, just a little bit more. This is where we rejected from before, so we got to be cautious. Target that major gex maybe. Let's see. Can we get a little pump more? 125. Are these buyers still here? Are they still present at these highs? Or are we going to begin the exhaustion? There's 80 ticks. Come on now. Just a little bit more. Hold that 100. Reverse up. Reverse up. Tagged out. Break even on that one. That is annoying. That's okay though. It's the last 5 minutes here of the hour. So I got tagged out, break even. I was up like 80, 90 ticks. I should have took the scalp. Still a good setup. See, there it goes. Should have just left my stop at 75s. I did the same thing yesterday, like 2 times, right? I was like shorting up 100 ticks, stopped out break even, and then it would go. There's the freaking move. There's the target. What can you do? It is what it is. So buyers got the first pump. There's the pullback. There was a continuation move. Now let's see if they hold the high and then continue pushing higher. We're beginning to see the sellers here trying at this level. Got another 100 contracts on the offer right at 130. So the sellers are beginning to try to like show up here at this price point for, you know, we were beginning to see them here. But this is the first time we got a pretty decent reaction on the spike up here. So look at the sellers trying again. Let's see if they're going to hold the 100 level here. If this is going to act as support. I'm very cautious about buying this right now because we've got this breakout and then we have a rotation. We're coming into the close of the 1 hour candle. So probably best to wait now for the next 1 hour auction to begin. And then we can reassess what they're going to do here. So it's got to take it easy. Got another offer showing up here for 100 contracts right around 130s. A lot of on the ES. We've got a lot of offers there as well. We did have. They're not there anymore. Let's see if these guys are going to create a new high here. So we're trading back inside this breakout. So we've got to be careful. These guys here are vulnerable down here, around 850s. So we would want to see buyers continue to defend 100s. But we'll just wait for this 10 o'clock. And I think this 10 o'clock, it opens up. We probably end up ramming these highs again. The big Renko chart is just really not even, there's really nothing going on here in terms of pullbacks. It's just staying heavy, staying firm above our moving average here. You can just see it, just nothing. So we're just hanging out here above these highs. This is the FOMC high. They swept it. And now we see if they're going to continue to punch it higher and take it up to 250s. Or are they going to begin to exhaust and then we start looking for rotation? There's a continuation move. There's a breakout. Another 200 contracts for sale up at 170s. See if these buyers are going to be able to bust through 150 here. We got 30 seconds left for 10 o'clock. And then we got prior day high right above where price currently is. What price is that? Is let's see. Prior day highs at 177. Good morning, buddy. Let's take a look at the flows. See what's going on with the real-time flows. Pop it up over here real quick. Oops. It's just non-stop. Non-stop right now. 28,300 will probably be the target up above, guys. 28,300s would be the target up above. So we'll see if that's where they end up taking it. Okay, we're trading above now the opening price of 10 o'clock. This trend is staying firm. Let's see if they're going to stay firm for the next 30 minutes as well. So far, it's just been one big ripper since 5 a.m. Just a big, huge rotation here. And nonstop. So all that selling the last couple weeks, or I should say last few days, dunzo, right? All the sellers there, dunzo. Okay, let's see. There's our opening print. Are they going to hold this here? What are they going to do here at the open? There's a prior day high. They just took out yesterday's high. So this is a key level, guys. We're seeing aggression here. So I want to see if we're going to end up getting some exhaustion here above this key level. There's a possibility. No, this is obviously a pretty strong aggressive move up. But what I like to do is I like to look for those failures and then catch the other side, right? So we got the aggression there through these highs. Buyers have been non-stop buying with size, right? So we were seeing that on the book map there, right? You saw that? put it up real quick. So in this area here, we just saw a bunch of aggression coming into these highs all throughout what was the price point from 28,100s up to where we're at right now. So now I want to start seeing some exhaustion take place. I want to see buyers fail. So the way it works here is we want to look for the key level, we want to see the aggression, and then we want to see the time factor. So right now we have that 10 o'clock open and we're still two-weighing around it, right? So we're above it, we're below it. That 1 hour candle hasn't actually expanded as of yet in any direction. It's not safe enough yet for me to short it, right? But let's see. Let's see what happens here if we can get our little pattern. Otherwise, we may continue to get continuation if they start staying firm above 151. But the buyers did get pretty aggressive. And I'm wondering if we're beginning to see a need for the buyers to refill. If buyers are going to continue to buy high at these prices, if they're going to continue to consume large offers at these prices, well, then that's going to obviously remove my my setup here. I'm not going to be, as long as these buyers are continuously pressing the gas at these highs, and there is no, I'm not trying to fade that. No, sir. And we got more clustering above 28,200. Where's our next key level? So basically we're just hanging out the priority high. So looking to see if we're going to be able to extend above that. This 5-minute chart is crazy. A 1,000-tick move here right at the open. We're up 3% on the session right now. So 175 is an important level. It's pretty much the priority high. So we just want to continue to watch how they operate here. So far, no buyers have not been trapped at all yet. Okay. Well, see that? And as soon as we get under that open print, pop it. That forming is lower high. Feels like a trap city over here. Careful. There's 150s. Yep. Let's see if they're going to hold this breakdown here. Watching this low here, maybe for a scalp. Are they going to reclaim that level here? Let's watch. Let's see if these boys are going to reclaim this low here. Take a quick scalp short. Watching 125s. I'm in short right now for 73 ticks. We got a bid that just came in at 100s. Can we get down to 100s? Here's my M pattern. Let's see if these guys are going to be able to stay under 125s. Break even again. Yeah, it's still bullish to market, obviously. So we just need to chill out a little bit. So this is what we kind of like to see. We do like to see that we have the hourly open. We got pretty aggressive, all the buyers. There was the level of the priority high. And then we had our little pattern here show up. And that definitely would have given us the minimum target of like 60 ticks, but I didn't take the profit. I should take the profit when the trend is so extended like this until we get a bigger pattern on a bigger Renko. That was another break-even trade. Jeez, bro. Oh my goodness. This is like the second time that's happened to me again today. That would have been the trade, guys. That's what I was waiting for. And I was in this trade, unfortunately. And what happened? Stop that break even again. Oh my God. I gotta stop putting these stops too tight. Oh my goodness. That's freaking annoying. That is what I was waiting for. Jeez. There was a 200 tick move right there. But the good news is there should be a setup here. There should be an opportunity because we're going to look for maybe a bigger structure here to form now. So we now know where the buyers have failed. We know where they're trapped now, right? I mean, clearly we saw it play out right here at these highs, right in this area here. That's what the big trades was showing us. We had these offers, a large 100 contracts, 60 contracts, 50 contracts, 82 contracts, just consistently buying through these highs. We had the daily high, prior day high as the key level. And then all we needed to wait for was the time in the pattern. Here's the timing, the 10 o'clock open. We get the high, there's the high, and then we break. There's the pattern, there's the entry. This is literally the entry right here. And I was in it, but I didn't hold it. I went break even too soon. So, but that's the prime setup right there, guys. That's it. That is it. And this is all I try to look for over and over again, day in and day out. If I would have just used the next flip rotation as my stop loss, I think it would have been perfectly fine. But I just got a little too iffy because I don't know, I just didn't have confidence, I guess. And that's what it boils down to, right? If you know, if you have confidence in what the actual trade you're taking, then you just leave your stop where it needs to be. You don't need to go break even so quick. Or what I should have just basically have done is just take the partial, and then because I did take some losses already, right? I took losses already, so I should have just took the partial, get back to zero, and then once I have the buffer, I have no problem using the bigger stops, right? So I guess right now I'm more in like defensive mode than offensive mode. And that's me not trading the chart. That's me trading my P&L, right? And that's a problem. So when you start trading your P&L and not the actual price action or the chart, then you're going to make stupid mistakes. You're going to make some dumb mistakes. Let's see if these guys are going to reclaim this area here. We got some aggressive sellers here. Where's our level, though? The level is technically down here at 50s. So let's see if we're going to be able to get through 50s, or if they start reclaiming, or if the buyers are going to come in here and defend this area. So I'd be looking for price to pull back down into 28,050, this HVL level. Now let's see if these guys are going to start this process, because these buyers, there's still room down for the sellers to get price lower. So we'll just wait. But we may see an opportunity here if they do start holding. It's good to get under 100. We know it's a big level, so they're going to probably come down here, and then we look for maybe a reclaim. Sellers are getting aggressive here at these lows. That's what we want to see. We got bids getting lower, dropping. Technically this is a 1 hour expansion, so it doesn't really matter because it's the 15-minute, the 1 hour, the 4 hour are all using the 10 a.m. open right now. So there's the reclaim. Let's see if they're going to hold it here. I'll try the long. I'll see if we can actually stay firm here above this level. I'm in, and maybe get a retest of these highs. I kind of went premature, didn't I? I should have freaking waited for them to get to that level. Let's see if they're just going to hold that breakout, or is this a failed W here? Let's watch the book map. Keep our eye on the book map here. Let's see if we get that pop. No, no, come on. There we go. Snap it back. Where are you at, buyers? We got these trap sellers down here. So that's kind of why I was like, okay, I'll give it a go. These buyers are struggling here. I'll be a quick cut if we start failing here to 50. Get that high. I need that high. We got to break through this 200. This 200 moving average here. We got to get through that. We can get through 100, stay firm above 100s. We are struggle busting here, boys, at the 100 level. Let's see if they can stay up. Ooh. Hold up, hold up. Get back above 100. Watch the book map. Nope. One more time. Still holding. As long as we just waiting for that 100. No. These guys are struggle busting here. There's the buyer right there. Hopefully they don't get stuffed here. 100 contracts just came in on the offer. Buyers need to reclaim this 100 level. Not been able to. There's the bid. Taking my cut. They're still sticking around the 100 level, but they've not been able to reclaim it. So this is a tough one. Still in it. Seeing if my little structure here holds. Watch the 100 level. We got a seller here who got trapped. That's a good sign right down here. There we go. But how far is it gonna go? Back under 100s, watching. They're still defending 100 there on the book map. That's why you got to look at book map, right? You can see how they defend the level, how they pin the level. You know, so it gives you conviction to stay into trade. You don't like it, yeah, exactly. I don't like it either. Well, let's see if we can at least get a little pop here. Go on break even this time. Again, hopefully I don't get stopped out again. Of course I'm going to get stopped out break even. What the heck? Oh my god. Yeah, it's pretty shitty price action. I mean, I would have preferred that they don't come back to the level, but I'll break even again. Oh my goodness. All good. Looks like a failure though. So let's see. Watch this 100 level. These guys are going to hold 100 again. I will re-enter once again if they can hold that 100 level. Let's see if they're going to hold that 100 level here. Watching. Are they going to be able to hold the 100 level? Feels like this. It feels pretty sketchy. Yeah, they did not. They're still trying. They're still trying, guys. Let's see. All right, they tried again. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Be in it. 25 points. Finally, 100 ticks. Come on. Come on. Just push. Now watching this 5-minute to see if we can get to 150. And if we can reclaim the 10 a.m. opening price, then that hourly expansion goes from bearish to bullish, right? So that's the idea. Let's see if we can actually successfully do it. Keep my stop open below the 100 level, but geez, we are struggle busting here. Oh my goodness. There's that 100 level again. These boys are done. Are they gonna freaking slam this 100 level? Yeah. Bro. Stopped out. Damn, that was annoying. This has been a tough week for me, at least on stream. Goodness, I'm in these trades and then it just doesn't go. It doesn't stop finishing. It's not resolving. It's not ready yet. It's more so just managing the trade. I'm just like, I should be taking the profits, and that's the main difference of what I was doing last week versus this week. This week I'm like holding for bigger moves. In a positive gamma environment, we're going to expect these moves to kind of like not really have follow through, right? So that's kind of the reality. So we just need to start taking profits, bro, instead of trying to hold for these bigger full extensions. And when you start trading like crap, you gotta basically have a couple things to protect yourself, right? Protect yourself from yourself, and that's obviously a daily max loss, and then time. So if you're trading for a certain amount of time and you just freaking keep catching losers, like I've been catching every trade that I've been break even or a loss, you don't want to keep digging yourself in a hole because mentally it's just not good. So you're not in flow. So it's been pretty simple too. I mean, if you just look at the actions, it's not that it's been difficult. It's just I think it's just me not taking my profits and going to break even too quickly. And then when I opened up my stop just now, I was like, oh, fuck. But they're still holding this 100 level. So, I mean, even though they came back into the level, they're still respecting the level. What time is it? 5:20? 10:20? Yeah, it looks like a failed M right here. That was rough. That's an ugly action there. But the 100 level still maintained itself. So even though we got back under 100, they reclaimed it, and then that was it. Now we got 600 contracts for sale up above at 180s, and that's where these guys are going. Oh my goodness, so freaking annoyed. But don't let my I don't want to call it tilt because I'm not tilted, but don't let my frustration affect your trading, right? So we're now testing this area here. Let's see if these guys are going to be able to get this hold above the 10 o'clock open. Let's see if they're going to be able to get that 10 o'clock open and then that 10 o'clock candle can get the expansion. We'll be very cautious here. I would be cautious here. Okay, is this going to be the one? Is this going to be the one here? Are they going to be able to reclaim that open price? Because if they can, we get a squeeze and maybe we get the move. I'm going to try long. And let's see. We're up 40 ticks. Can we get the pop here? Can we get this pop? Can I please just get a pop, a follow through pop? Goodness, finally. Where's that contract at? 180s? 180s. Stops right below the opening price. Hopefully they don't come all the way back and stop me out again. So we're in now, up 80 to 60 ticks. And it's already struggle busting here. But look at the offers on the book map. Let's see if these guys can punch through this. Are the aggressive buyers still present? Are they still hungry? Do they have an appetite? Let's see. 10 o'clock open. As long as we stay above that, hopefully we can get some expansion through these highs. It's stalling already, though. Good idea. Good idea. That is the right move, my friend. Oh, we got some nice bid right here. Let's see if they're what they're gonna do. They're testing to see if the sellers are active. Yes, they are. They are active. Look at that. Now let's see if they absorb the selling here, and then we get a punch through this offer at 180s, or does it completely fail here and we get a double top and then get back under the open print? Because it looks pretty weak here on the 1 minute. There we go again. There it goes again. Tagged out, break even again. I will try once again. Get back in. Let's just give it a little bit of room here. Back in again. Watching. I just have to accept the fact that it's going to be one of these scenarios where it could just, it's going to keep wicking through these levels. We're positive gamma, so that's exactly what we're going to be seeing. I'm just trying to see if we can punch through 180s. But they're struggle busting here, man. I feel like I'm going to get spanked. What time is it? New 5-minute candle just opened up. We've still stayed firm above the opening print, so that's a good sign, but we need to get some movement away from the opening print. I'm going to be, hopefully we get up to our major positive above, which would be at 29,296s. Trail my flip level here. Watch this offer here. They've not been able to take this offer. Sellers trying to step back in. Retest of that open price. Oy, oy, oy. Can these guys just do it already? They probably got to go lower in order to go higher, huh? Let's see. Come on now. Take it out. Take it out. Take it out. There we go. They just cancel the order. That's a good sign. So let's see if they give me a vacuum and then we get a punch through that high. See how they canceled that order? They just pulled the 600 contracts. I'm going. Come on. Clear this freaking high. One time. Just one more time. They don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. Stops at break even again, just in case, because these boys are playing heavy here, playing crazy. All right, there's 120 ticks, finally. Oh my goodness, what a freaking mission that was. Finally. Let's see if they take out the next offer, 200. So I'm targeting, I know I said be taking scalps here, but looking for 296s, which is our major positive gex. And maybe a test of our weekly open at 28,500s. There's 200 ticks. Holy cannoli. Watching the price action here on the book map. Can we accept above 200s? Very nice. Finally. Now we got to ride this thing to our major positives up here. Trailing. Just in case these boys get a little tired here and they need a pause. I need to make some of that money back that I lost here today. So we're up 300 ticks on this. It would have been much better if I would have like stayed in the original position that I had. But I'm going to take one off already just in case. But yeah, we finally got one. Nice little recovery there. We got some news here, 10:30. Do we? Let's see. Oh, oil inventories. Oh no, treasury bills. Yeah, that can have an impact for sure on price. A little bit. Oh no, sorry, it is gas change. That's not going to really do much here. That's not going to do much. So we're just riding this thing up. Hopefully, we can still stay in this trend. Hourly expansion. We don't want to get back too much, so we trail a little bit here. We're just trailing. Here's the new 30-minute. Okay, let's see if they're going to give us continuation or if they're going to pull back here. I'm going to get tagged there on my trail. Let's see. Let's see if they can reclaim that level first. No, they're going to push down first. So that runner should put it underneath this Gex level here. But that's fine. Okay, tag that on that runner. Cool. So we caught a nice trade there. It's a little frustrated throughout the session here because I just kept getting stopped out or break even. So I was trying to anticipate this move, and just a little bit too trigger happy with the break evens. All right, these guys pretty much just reclaimed. Let's see if they're going to be able to get back above the 10:30 open print now. So they formed a low already. Let's see if they're going to be able to punch through it. If not, this could also be where we exhaust. So we got to be cautious here. But remember, the hourly is still technically bullish. The hourly candle is still technically bullish. If you guys haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. Appreciate that. Today's not been, or I should say this week has not been the best trading week for me. Last week was a great week. But FOMC week, end of the month, things get a little funky sometimes, and I just haven't tapped into the flow. I haven't been able to get into the flow. But all good. Let's just stick to the game plan here. Okay, these boys just reclaimed the opening price here at 25s. Are they going to hold it? Are they going to be able to hold this move? NQ, we're going to watch out here, because if these guys reclaim this and hit this, this could be a potential failure for the buyers. So we'll see what happens here. Start monitoring the book map here at 25s. Watch that 25 level. Can they get back above? They had a lot of buyers come in there above that high. We broke out. We took out the initial balance high. This does, okay, it looks like they're going to continue to hold. They're going to squeeze here. Are they going to get a new high? Okay, there's the buyers trying to get that new high. Sellers just punched right back in. We have a battle here at the opening price at 25s. See the offer that just came in right here? Buyers are trying to buy through it. They're trying to execute these offers. So buyers are still, they got a pretty big appetite. We got these bids coming in. They're just doing that to test the sellers to see if there's any sellers here that are willing to sell at this price. Or take the bid. Lifting the bid here. Let's go. Let's see what they're going to do. Kind of a recipe for a squeeze, but let's see what happens. ES is pretty much rotational right now. There's not much going on there. Well, these buyers might be getting trapped right here. Let's see what happens here. Watching, but they're pinching. They're consolidating right here above the open.
Processing rates of Venezuela's heavy crude comes thanks to historical maximum.
So the interesting thing to note is we had this offer come in, a buyer came in, they couldn't get price higher. So we're beginning to see some exhaustion at this IB high. It doesn't mean that it's going to fail, okay? Because the trend is obviously firm, it's bullish, the hourly is holding structure, but we can't ignore in the moment that we're beginning to see some rejection here at 240s, where the buyers have been unable to get back above these offers. And then we have an offer up the top here. We have stacked offers here, and we haven't reached them yet. So we'll see. We're beginning to see some hesitation here by the buyers, but let's see if they're going to be able to punch through it right now. Okay. Got a rotation leg down. Structure still bullish though. They're going to try to take out these lows here. The sellers are going to try to take these guys out here at 190s. We'll see if they're going to be able to get down there. But we're back under the opening price. Let's see. The buyers need to defend this. They need to put punch price back above the opening print of 1030. If they can't do it, then we're going to anticipate a deeper move underneath 200s. But so far, that 5-minute chart is staying pretty solid. Let's take a look at the 15-minute chart. What's going on there? Now, they just swept the high of the prior 15-minute, but nothing significant yet. We also have our lug level here. Let's pull up a 1-minute chart. We can see, oops, that we've pulled back here now. So we have this breakout scenario here, and now we pulled back. So let's see if these buyers are going to be able to create some type of structure here to get back up above the opening print. They may end up taking out this wick right here, though, so I'd be very cautious. Here's the reclaim of the opening price. Can these guys, are the buyers going to be able to sustain this move? That's the big question. We know where they've been failing. They've been failing around 240s, 245s. So this is their chance now to take the full reclaim and break out. There's the buyers again coming in at the 240 level. The big trades indicator showing us 1,000 contracts in the last 60 seconds on the buy side being executed. It says there on the top left, the flow, market flows, showing us what the deal is. This is actual volume executed. So pretty much like the time in sales, but simplified. So right now, what type of auction do we have for 1030? It's pretty much a two-way auction. We're just kind of balancing below and above. So far, the sellers have failed to get a meaningful move below and stay below in terms of the open print. Now it looks like they're going to get this push through. We have some offers resting around the 260 level, but this is where the buyers failed last time. They were not able to get through this area here. But we'll see, because we saw this rejection here once, we saw it twice, 3 times, 4 times, but can they punch through it again? Can they do it? Let's see. Let's see what happens here. They're sweeping here on the 1 minute. Watch the book map. They're going to be able to reclaim 25 level. I'm going to try scalp. I don't know what happened here. Let's see if we can stay heavy. I'll try the scalp here. Watching. Nope, they're holding. Let's see. Are they going to squeeze and trap? There's no trade yet. Just waiting. I got my finger on the trigger. Just waiting. Okay. We'll try it. We're in short. These guys haven't taken out structure yet. So still bullish until we can break this low right here. And they've not been able to yet. So watching book map, because they start reclaiming that 25 level, that kind of kills the thesis here. There's the bid right here. Can you guys take the bid out? You guys are staying bullish here. Look at that. They're just basing right there. Very comfortably under 25. Feels like a freaking beach ball underwater situation. Yeah, they haven't broken these lows yet, so I think I'm gonna end up cutting this. If we don't get, look at the offer come right back in. They're not getting that result. About to cut this straight, guys. Okay, I'm gonna cut the trade. I'm out. Took a quick little 40 tick stop there for 10 points. What I wanted to see was this thing to take out this low and get that breakdown, but we didn't get it. So they absorbed the selling here so far. It doesn't mean that they can't do it. It just didn't do it right there in that moment. So it's still possible, but it's going to wait. Market's still staying. Sellers are getting absorbed here every time they push lower. I cut because I don't want to get squeezed, right? Because it's still bullish. We haven't really, on the bigger picture, we're obviously super bullish. So you have to be very careful when you're trying to take these counters. Let's see if they pop this high here. There's the buyers again. Can they get the move now through these highs? Got some large gamma here at this area. Let's see. Trend's still holding up. Where's our next key level at? Oh, there it goes. There she is, back under. Is this it? I think this might be it. This might be the one. I'm not in it right now, though, just watching. So, again, you can kind of see how at these highs, we got these large buyers coming in at these highs and just couldn't get through that 240 level. There's the move. We just broke this low, but let's see if they're going to continue to stay heavy under these lows. Maybe. I'll take the scalp. Let's see if we get some speed here. I'm in short. Come on now. We got about a minute left here. Can we stay under these 5-minute opens or the 5-minute low? We just took this wick out here. Can we get underneath the high of yesterday? That would be cool. If we get back underneath yesterday's high, this could be a failure and we go back to the middle of the range. There's 80 ticks. I got to take that profit. I'm going to take that profit. And then I'm going to reload here on a bigger pattern. When I say bigger pattern, I mean when the hourly starts to fail. Because right now, this is our 32-bar Renko chart. We haven't gotten an actual rotation yet. So the bigger pattern for me would be a situation where we have our hourly here. We pull back. They get back again. And then we break. And then we go. That'd be a bigger rotation. And then that would give me the confluence of a larger structure versus the smaller structure. So smaller structure, this was pretty good, but doesn't guarantee that we're going to get the full reversal, right? In this case, it would be the 10:30. Sorry, the 10 a.m. open. Let's take a look at that hourly candle. We still have 15 minutes left on this hourly candle. Why don't I can just hit the button here, right? And so what I'm looking at is a 240-minute to 4-hour chart, right? Oops. The 4-hour chart here. If we can get back below and start getting some acceptance back under the prior day high, right, then that would actually be a signal for me that we're going to move back into the daily range, the previous day range. And then where's our value area, right, from yesterday? That's what we want to look at. Because then we can start understanding if we get back inside prior day value, at least the value area high, then we can expect maybe migration back towards the POC, and then maybe even value area low. So yeah, the POC from yesterday is right around 27,900s. So we have a very nice move here. Buyers are going to need to try to reclaim here. Let's see if they're going to be able to. So they're supporting price right at the prior day high. And this could fail. They can give continuation lower right here. Boom. And then we start seeing some trend to the downside. So if we look at the 1-minute chart, we can actually see the buyers who got trapped here. But it's very similar to what they did over here. But they spent more time in this area. So I do like how they did consolidate for a bit. We did see the volume on the Renko chart there, where we knew exactly the level where the buyers were getting exhausted or getting tired. Here's our continuation move. Let's see if they actually follow through here. And if we start seeing follow through, so it's not just like a simple one break, we see multiple breaks of structure to the downside, that could confirm for us that the sellers are now in control, buyers are tired, and now it's time for the sellers to start hitting the gas pedal. You can see that they just put a bid here for 120 contracts. Let's see if they actually are going to be able to fill that bid. You see here on the NQ chart on the right. So we've broken back under 200s. Buyer just failed right here. So you see the buyer tried, closed back under 175. So now we're beginning to stair step lower. So just keep around that 150 level. It's an important level. Why? Because that is a 10 o'clock open. So now there's a battle here for this 4-hour opening price to go from bullish to bearish. So technically speaking, the 4-hour already created the low and we created a high, but we're right back at the open. So if we're going to get bullish and stay bullish, this 4-hour price needs to hold at 150s right here. This is a 10 o'clock open. Boom. So far, 10:30 is bearish. We have about 12 minutes left for this candle to close for the 30-minute. But this could simply be a scenario where we have a pullback, right? So here we go, open print, we pull back, open print, and then we continue higher. So we don't want to ignore the basics here, right? The higher high, higher low structure. We can clearly see that on the 1-minute chart. But you know, what's happening in the now, in the moment, we're bearish, right? We're breaking down. Buyers are failing. How do we know buyers are failing? Well, they failed here at these highs. They couldn't get through these highs at 240, the IB high. This buyer here had a chance to take control and reclaim the 200 level. Couldn't do it. And now we're seeing all these guys here that were bullish. All this consecutive up bars on the 1 minute. This is very vulnerable price action, right? When you have just clean action like this, this is inefficient. So they're going to come and try to repair all this. And look, they keep bidding lower. They're trying to get price lower. So, and sellers are taking out the bid. So let's see. So we'll just watch again. The key level here is going to be our 10 a.m. open, but we also have our NDX GEX 7 level at 131. So we anticipate some reaction. Look at the bid and look at how price reacted to it, right? You see, you put a bid here and we immediately had a little pop here. That doesn't mean you buy. It just shows us that there's some action going on here. So sellers might be a little hesitant down here at these lows. Let's see if they're going to be able to reclaim the 150 level. Maybe quick scalp for a little scalp here off the 150. I'm going to try a long for a quick scalp. Stop below that bid maybe. Let's see. What time is it? We got 1 minute left for the 5-minute candle to close here. Can these boys wick up, and get up? And then maybe get a move back to our IB high. Stops already break even. There's 76 ticks. I'm taking that profit. I have to build my buffer back, right? I gotta start cleaning up because I took some losses. So, but we're doing okay now. I'm only like $200 red right now, so that's not bad. It's not bad. Small red gang. Let's take a look at our flows right now. I mean, we're still positive gamma, right? I mean, and currently the flows are still positive and supportive. So we're beginning to see some rotation here down by 150s. Sellers are getting exhausted here. So I took the profit and we're already beginning to reject off 175 again. So you can see on the 1 minute chart, the wicks here. So we're going to watch to see how they handle this area. So for this to like get bullish again, what we want to see is some closure above 175. And then just like let them hold it, right? And then boom, pop. Otherwise, if they can't, then the vulnerable move will be, the most vulnerable buyers are going to be these guys like right in this area here around 100s. All these homies. The homies down here who, you know, caught this extension, they're vulnerable. So we just got a closure underneath 150. Let's see if they can reclaim 150. Nope, rejected. Wow. You saw that? They went whoop. Back. So, hey, guys, we're back underneath the 10 o'clock open. Back underneath the previous day high. Strong possibility we're going to see this thing move back towards the middle here of the session. So what price would that be? Let's pull up our little tool. So it'd be our IB mid basically. Where's that at? 802, 28,026 is. They're stacking this offer. You can see it right here. All these offers getting stacked. Going to see if the sellers are able to. Sorry, they're just testing out to see if there's anyone that's willing to buy here at this price. Nope, not yet. By the way, inside Dynasty HQ, we added some modules for order flow under the Prime framework or Prime method, where we literally are recording, and we're going to continue to put way more examples, but I think it was like a good 1 hour of last night's Globex session with the order flow. And we literally go through everything that's going on with the liquidity, with the passive orders, active orders. Really helpful stuff. Really helpful stuff. In fact, a lot of it today, you kind of heard me talk about when we get to these highs, there's aggressive buyers here that are getting exhausted. They're not taking out the offer anymore. Their appetite is basically gone. And when that happens, price has to go and rotate to the other side. Glad I took that scalp profit, man. You know, in this kind of market, okay, hold on. Now we're getting that rotation on that 32 bar chart. So we like that. We do like that a lot. right? Look at that. Is that not hourly? Yeah, okay. So this is the bigger Renko now. So we got our first bearish rotation since 4 a.m., 3 a.m. So this leg has been up. We had this W pattern here from like 3:30, 4 a.m. It's just been nonstop. So now we have our first pullback, technically, our first bearish rotation here on the 32-bar chart. Ooh, look at the Renko chart now. We got some bids coming in and aggressive sellers coming in. Wow, that 5-minute candle is pretty beefy. Guys, if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. Even if you hit it again. I think we're hearing some news coming in from, is it from Trump? What's going on right now? All right, let's see if we get a pop or something. Maybe we can take another scalp for 25 points. We're testing zero gamma right now, or zero gamma level, 28,087. Oh, we actually just went below it. Flows are still positive though. Let me just verify that. So weird. Ah, here we are. Very nice. Uh-huh. 84. So we'll probably see some pop here. So we're at a key level. We have a lot of aggression coming in. I know it looks like an insane drop, which it is, but maybe we can find an opportunity here to get long for a scalp. I'm just gonna start scalping my targets. That right there would have been a nice little hold, but I didn't hold it. I took my scalps. So I got to build my buffer back, or get back to zero and then build a buffer. So until then, I'm going to be scalping my way back. And that's it. That's what we're going to do. So let's see. T2 offer. Where is that offer? Oh, up here, 350 contracts for sale up top. So let's see. This is crashing now. That's good. Anyone catch the short? Is anyone still in the short? We're now at the mid of the session, the IB mid. Watch that HVL level. That's at 28,050s, by the way. Watch 28,050s. We need to see more selling coming in at these lows. We're not really seeing the selling at the lows here, at these new lows. So we'll probably end up pushing down lower. Let's take a look at that. 10 o'clock, the 4-hour candle now has swept the high. If these guys start getting back underneath 28,000s again, I'm gonna laugh. So this is the real test, guys. Because if they can, the entire time, this whole week, 2 weeks. Let's take this one off. For 2 weeks, or sorry, not 2 weeks. For 2 days, we've been rejecting 28,000. Right? We consolidated underneath it. We built some structure, built some value. This is the first time we've gotten a 4-hour closure above 28,000s. So this could simply be a retest. And if these boys cannot keep price contained under 28,000s, then this could be just a pullback, and then we get the next move up, the next leg up. All right, so that's something to consider. So I'm going to be watching here, because in 3 minutes, this is going to form a 4-hour gap, potentially. And then we're going to see what happens here if they're going to end up using this as a way to rotate back down again, right? To go back down again, or if they're going to use this 8,000 level, come back underneath it, and then boom, pop it right back up. So we shall see what is going on. Let's take a look at our Gexa AI. What's going on with QQQs? We got some bullish divergence. Price down, net premium up for the last 30 minutes. Deep positive. Okay, so now we're getting that pullback. We're right reclaiming that 28,050 level. Some sellers coming in. Got the active buyer here trying to reclaim the VWAP. We got the VWAP right overhead. They're trying to reclaim that VWAP, gang. Right there, VWAP. Can they do it? Can they succeed on the reclaim of the VWAP? I do like the idea of a reclaim here, but look at these offers getting stacked. Buyers are still, now they're showing back up again. There they are. They're taking out these offers. They're taking out these offers. This will be a very nice pullback continuation play right off of our IV mid if they can sustain this move. 1 minute left here for the hour candle to close. And then we go into the 11 o'clock auction, and then we just try to see what they're going to do there. So far, this is the play that happened at 10:30. There we go. It started right at 29,100 is where the break occurred. So we call this the M pattern. The M for money. Just kidding. So that's the M pattern right there, right? You see we break it, and it just, since that break, we just had a pretty explosive dump. Usually we'll kind of measure like a 100% move, but this ends up being, I think, a 300% move. Actually, they gave us a 400% extension, and now they're beginning to pull back. But that's a pretty significant move from that one break. So technically, that's kind of how we trade these patterns. We wait for the level, wait for the buyers to get exhausted, then we wait for the time factor. In this case, it was a 10:30 open. How price was kind of like, and then we get the pattern, and then that's when we execute. And now we're seeing that big trap right there off the 200 moving average. That's what this blue line is here. Buyers, a lot of buyers came into that level. And now we're seeing continued failure. So the new hour just opened up at 11 o'clock, forming this low. And let's see, is this going to stay heavy? Let's see what they do here. Let's watch this. What's this price? 25s? Let's watch 25s. And the key is we can see that the flows are deteriorating here. 5 minute change is 800 million negative. Interesting. That's some pretty cool stuff happening here. Dynasty HQ. Very nice. All right, so we're watching here what's going on at these lows at 25s. 5 minute is pushing lower. So let's see what happens. We're going to test the 800 level. That's going to be the key level for me. We also have a pretty big bid down there. Looks like. Now they're beginning to press here at the lows. See if they're going to be able to do something. I'm going to try scalp. We got to watch this 50 level. There's 50 ticks. And then for this, I probably will hold for a bigger move. There's 100 ticks. Let's go, boys. Let's watch that book map now. I'm gonna take the profit, guys. Never mind. I'm not going for no big moves. Let's just hold them. Let's just take that profit. I'm down $100 right now. Let's see if we can get it back. Sorry, 60 bucks. Let's see if we can get this. Let's go from red to green on the day. What do you guys think? We've reclaimed the 11 o'clock open. If I was trading more sides, I'd be able to peel some off and just keep runners, but I've got to build my buffer. I don't have a buffer. So we just trying to get back to square one. Let's see. Let's see. Quick little 25 pointer there. That was a nice one. Quick and easy. Let's see now if these guys can lock up the 100 level. So right now, what's happened on this auction, 11 o'clock, we came down, created a low. Now we're creating a high. The question is this the high or is this going to be the expansion part of the candle, right? So that pivot, the crossover occurred right here. There was some sells here, offers, and then we had a large buying. 200 contracts came in. It was also VWAP. It's also VWAP. So we'll see what they're going to do. Let me go back to the 15-minute chart. Yeah, they're reclaiming underneath that 15-minute low, prior 15-minute low. And 5-minute is now forming an outside bar, but we're having a hard time at the 100 level. So you see this buyer here. When you see strong buyers, large size at a high outside our Enzo band and a level, like you got to be very cautious, right? Like we got to be cautious because this could be a scenario where these buyers here end up getting trapped. Of course, we don't know that yet. It still looks like they're still here. They're still holding. So these guys do need to bust through these highs, but if they can't, okay, so now we have our pullback. Let's see if these guys can get that extension. These guys need to get the extension. All right, so we would have this leg here, and then we would expect them to be able to, let's do it like this. This is the breakout right here, and then we look for a measure move at least, if the buyers are truly in control. And that would take us right around our prior day high again. So that's what we would be aiming for. There's a second break, so that's good. They got consecutive breaks back up, so now the buyers are back in control until they're not. So let's see if they continue to sustain this move. All the tools, all the things you're seeing on my chart are part of our indicator suite. It includes everything that you see: journal, indicators, auto trader, the whole 9 yards. And then we just added real-time options flow, which one it's called market intelligence. Plus, we're going to be incorporating AI into it. So we're going to be able to take all this information and make it actionable specifically for the futures traders and for Nasdaq traders. So now you're going to really be like, you're going to have the full spectrum of what you need to know informationally in real time to be able to make good decisions with your trading. All right, buyers need to get back here again. Otherwise, this could be a failure here. Watching the 100 level here. Possible chance for sellers to also take back control of the auction. We got a bid down below. I'm going to try scalp short into this bid. And I will go break even fairly quickly. I'm already break even just in case. Watching if that seller is going to get absorbed down at these lows. They fill that bid down there. I should have took that profit. That was my chance to take my account from red to green, right? So watching book map here to see if they can get back under 75. You can see all the selling on that push down. So you can definitely stay in this trade. We just need to get down lower. We have our POC at 60. So that looks like a good place to take profit. So we're up 100 ticks on this trade. Watching to see if we can stay under the opening price of 11 o'clock. Just in case it wants to snap back. You got to be prepared to take your little partial there. It becomes a partial, but hopefully we can stay under this. And this is the VWAP area, so this is the area where it can trap again to the upside. But we do have an M pattern here, so I'm hoping that we get some more acceleration, maybe at least 100% move. So I'm going to be looking for 100% move from here to here. Right there. So 126. I'm going to take that little partial, so that way my account is now officially green. So regardless if I get tagged out on my trail, my runner, I'm green. We're green. We covered. Yay. I am not a bad trader after all. So funny. So funny how your mind can work against you sometimes, right? Okay, let's see if these guys are going to be able to stay above the opening price here at 70s. They're trying. They're trying. Can they succeed? Can they succeed? Looks like they're about to succeed. There's the flip. Okay, I'm tagged out on that trail. We did not get that 100% move, so this could be a trap, and then we reverse up now. They break the high. This is going to give us the sense that the buyers are back in control. This becomes a failed M pattern. I will try the long. So here, I'm going to try the long here, guys, for a quick speed play here, since they just trapped the shit out of the sellers underneath the opening price. So I'm going to take that and see what happens here. Maybe I'll regret it. Maybe I won't. But I'm long right now. We're up 26 ticks at the moment, but it's stalling at 25. So let's see if we can get pump. Pump it up. Pump it up. It's not really the right entry for me. I should have gotten way earlier. But because they squeezed that low, they pulled the Johnny Cage, trap low, trap high. I was like, let me try to catch that rotation. Because when they trap low like that, they usually don't pull back at all. It just rips quick, 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 quick. Fast move. But we can see it's not fast move here on the Renko chart. It's not a fast move. Strong closure above 125. They need to stay above 125, though. You can look at the book map. They're kind of consolidating here. Yeah. Not good. They better hold this. And I just gave back my profit. All good. All good. So got trapped there. I should have freaking just took the little scalp there. That was a dumb entry. The proper entry should have been like right there on the reclaim of the 100 level. But I hit the button a little late there. So that was stupid. Big fail there again. Look at that. Oof. We are rotating. Let's see. There's battling here at this opening price. Are they going to defend this level here? Watching the book map. Looks like they're going to try one more time. Can they do it? I don't know. This is the Johnny Cage right here, guys. Lower, higher, high. Breakout here. Higher, high. Lower, low. Higher, high. Lower, low. Oof. Oh, fuck. It's expected. This is our 0 gamma level right now. It's the line in the sand. We are probably shifting here. Regimes. Five-minute looks like it wants to take out this swing low at 28,012s at a fractal low. Okay, so we got a major M pattern here forming, but also on the 32 bar chart, we got a possible scenario here where we could be forming a big W. So we'll see. We shall see. Cannot be a buyer yet. The buyers have been failing. Looks like they are still failing. Let's see if we're going to get continuation lower. It's pretty tricky here. Buyers are filling again. Sellers are dominating right now. Let's just wait for 28,000s. If they could do it. We're just watching. Prices is slow and grindy here at these levels. So sellers are just
This was 4 week bills. Total $6 billion.
oof. All right, we're getting near this level. We have this larger structure now beginning to form. They're breaking this low, so now becomes a situation is, hey, are we going to end up reclaiming under 28,000s and then we get extension lower? Because if that's the case, then there's a situation where we may see a move downwards towards 27,873. So that's one scenario here that could begin to start rolling out. The other scenario is we're just pulling back, we get bullish, and then we start breaking towards this high here, right above what is that pivot? 128s. We'll see what happens here. There's these buyers trying again. Let's see if they can get back in or reclaiming this level here. Are they going to be able to hold the reclaim of HVL? Let's see if these guys can hold HVL at 50s. I'm in long, guys. See if we can get that HVL at 50s. I need to get a reclaim of 70 now, the opening price. It'll be a quick cut if we fail back under the 50 level. Struggle bus in here. Watching the book map. Let's see if that Renko gets me through that 50 moving average. Can we get now to 80s? Nope.
Chinese yuan. February 23rd.
500 contracts here on the bid on the Nasdaq. See if they're going to use that to get the sellers to get. They're testing the seller's appetite to see if there's still active sellers here. Let's see if they're going to hit that bid. Yeah, I'm going to probably cut this trade here if they freaking get back outside of HVL. They took out that bid. Those sellers are super aggressive. All right, so we're out of that trade. We took that cut. They are still here. I was hoping for that reclaim of that open price, but they're still not ready yet. Still not ready yet.
Existing ways of running billions in pension assets to ensure
Got another 100 contracts on the bid for 20s. Let's see if these sellers are going to take it out. I'm spending some pretty decent amount of time here in this zone between 28,000 25s and 125. So we have a nice little 100-point range that we're in. Try one more time on this reclaim of HVL. We're testing where the seller was at 50 level. That's where that big seller came in and took out that bid. So seeing if we can trap that seller, that's why I'm getting long here against that level, but it might be a mistake. But let's see what happens here. Two seconds left for this 5-minute candle to open up. Let's see if these guys are going to continue to push lower or what. So I'm holding this position at the moment, and it doesn't look good, but we'll see. Trying to see if we can get through where that seller was at. We're still selling its resistance at 50s. We got that bid down below 20, so I'm being mindful of that. Just trying to see the sellers if they're going to take that bid. If they are, then they will take price lower. The actual level will probably be around 8,000s, 28,000s. We'll see. Just notice how we haven't really gotten away from the opening price. That's the other thing too. For 11 o'clock. So there we go. We're trying to build value here above 50. Can they accept, or are they going to get rejected and denied? Some big offers coming in. Let's see if the buyers can take those offers out. There's 25 points, but we're not out of the woods yet. We need to get price through the opening print. Stops will be break even. There's 150 ticks now. Oh, sorry. Let's see now if we can reclaim the 100, and then we get back to IB high. And if that's the case, then we have our big pattern on our 32-bar Renko chart. And if that confirms, where are we here? 32-bar Renko chart. Then that would be huge, because then we could look for a 100% move from here. And that would put me right around 268. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Let's not get greedy, right? I mean, maybe I should just like take my little profit here. Because we are rotating. We haven't actually accepted above the opening price yet. So let's see what happens here. We're failing back under 75. Get back outside. Get back outside. Positive gamma, we expect mean reversion. So breakout, rejection, breakdown, rejection. Let's see if they can stay above 75s. Watching the book map here. They are struggle busting here, guys. I'm about to get tagged out. Break even on this trade. That sucks. Chop City. All right, well, it would have been a nice 150 tick trade there, but did not take the profit. Wanted to try to catch the bigger move back up to these highs. But no, rejected. But at least we now know where we're at, right? We do know where these sellers are having a hard time. So that's under 25 level. Under that 25 level. We still got that bid down below 20, so I think that's where they're going to try to take this thing. Well, we're going to have to wait. We are back under the opening price. This is Chop City. Best to wait for the next 30-minute candle to open up because this current 30-minute is just a doji, and it's probably going to stay a doji. Let's pull up the chart real quick. Go to the 30-minute chart. Yeah. So, you know, we're battling here at this at this volatility threshold level here. And that's kind of expected. That's expected. There's the reclaim. Let's see if these guys are finally ready to make that move. There's that opening price. They're still struggling here. Gotta be very careful. No trades yet. Just gotta wait. That would be the nice rejection to sell to get short. But just look at that 30-minute candle. It's like still holding up here. Until we really close underneath 8,000s, 28,000s, I would still be pretty cautious about staying short long term. Scalps okay, no problem. Scalps are okay, no problem. But until we really start seeing price close under the 28,000, big figure, then okay. Alrighty. There's that breakdown right here. There's our test of 28,000s. Will they break through this level? They're going to try. We got the sellers now coming in at the level. It's also our opening range high. Retesting our breakout level here. What's our ATR? 145 still. Very, very good. Possible continuation move for a retest of 28,000s. Let's see. Watching this area here. Quick scalp, tight risk. Retest 28,000. Let's see if we can do it. We're in short. See, we get that test of 28,000. Got a nice little bid here. 80 ticks. We'll probably just front run that and grab our little profit there. As we approach this 30-minute candle closure. Got a possible W pattern here setting up because we've got extreme selling here at a key level, our opening range high. The only thing we don't have are two components, the pattern and the time. So we will wait and see. We do want price to get under 8,000 ideally. We want to see price get under 8,000s, right? I would prefer that. And then we get a reclaim back above 8,000s. So we do have some large sell coming in here at these lows, but I want to see more. I do like the 30-minute structure, how it's beginning to form. And we spent multiple attempts here under 28,025. We can see that the sellers have not been able to get closure or stay to accept underneath 25 level. So on the 1 minute chart, if you're looking at a 1 minute chart, let's just refresh. We got some bids here, but let's just refresh that chart real quick. Let's get rid of some of this. We got the lug levels on there. Let's take that one off. Okay. And then we can just see this area here has just been, buyers have been kind of hanging out in this area here. And we got a bid right here. So let's see if they can get this displacement through this low here. New candle about to open up. So maybe they'll do it then. So 11 o'clock so far is just pretty much a doji, right? Close doji. Well, it's not that much of a doji. It has some body there. So it's a little bit more than a doji, but we didn't really get much of a move away. What is this saying? Clock? Question mark. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can punch through these lows now and maybe get a reclaim or what they're going to do. Price is staying pretty heavy. But we're still expecting mean reversion type behavior, and that's exactly what we've been seeing this entire time. The lows have been getting bought up, so pumps have been getting sold into. So we're seeing that rotation for the 11 o'clock hour. There we go. We're beginning to form this little base here, right at the open. There's the break of these highs. Are these guys gonna sell into this move now? Let's see. Let's see if these guys get rejected here. I'm seeing some buyers coming in. I'm gonna try just in case. It'll be a quick failure. It'll be a quick cut if it fails. Underneath the opening print. It's a little late there. I'm just seeing if we can get this break of this high here. I know it's positive gamma, so I mean we might just see price sell back into this move, this pump. It's worth a shot. Watch this book, Matt. And then I'll be looking for maybe if we can get through these highs, maybe catch a 100% extension here. We're up 10 points, but not enough, not enough. And rejecting already. Let's watch that book map. Oop, oop. Mm.
We have posted the article from the Wall Street Journal on the feed for those interested.
Yeah, it's struggling here. We're not getting that extension above the 50 level here, HVL. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Sort of. Not quite. Yeah. It's not happening, guys. I think these boys aren't ready yet. Let's see if they're going to take out these lows here, 25. Still in the trade. Just in case. Things have lined up pretty nicely, but the follow through has been pretty low value here, low quality. Well, would have got at least a minimum scalp for 60 ticks on that pop. There's 60 ticks. Can we get more? Can we get more? Can we get through this 25% move here? Otherwise, this is just another sweep. We start breaking 25%, 50%, then this becomes an actual true impulse. There's 150 ticks. Can we get more? Can we take out 75s? Yeah. Can we get 75? Can we stay above 75? Let's see. Can we get more? Come on. Turning the trail on. Right under the bid here, just in case. They're going to slam the bid. Let them slam the bid if they want. I don't care. I'm locking in my profits, guys. Wonderful. There's 50 points. We are back to green on the session. Can we get more? Can we get more, guys? You struggling here at the VWAP. Tagged out. I am tagged out on that one there. Okay. Well, that was fine. That was good. I think I'm going to call it here, guys. Another scratch day. Well, technically a little red with commissions, 68 bucks. So it's fine. We can still make something happen, but we're going to just call it. It's 11:30. Trading like crap this week. Not the best, but, you know, can't complain. We've had a pretty good run for the last 3 weeks. But all is well. Hopefully you guys learned something. I'll be dropping some videos today on the back office for all the updates with all the cool stuff that's happening. So if you're not already part of the membership, part of the team, you want to learn more about what we do, check us out, dynastytradingsystems.com. We're just getting things rolling here. But I assure you what we're building and what we're putting together is going to be very, very powerful, very different than what's out there right now. I know this because I've tried everything. I've used everything. So I know exactly what's missing. And I know what I like for my own trading. So come check us out, join the team, and let's make some money together. You guys have a great rest of your Thursday, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.